Stem cell transplantation, this is also known as bone marrow transplantation or hematopoietic cell transplantation. There are basically two main types of stem cell transplantation. It may be allogenic transplant, it may be autologous transplant. In the autologous transplant, patient's own stem cells are given, but in the allogenic transplant, we need a healthy donor. In acute leukemia, transplantation is required in high-risk cases as well as in relapse and refractory leukemia. Allogenic transplant is generally preferred over the autologous transplant in acute leukemia cases. In the allogenic transplant, patient need a healthy donor. The healthy donor may be a sibling of the patient, it may be an unrelated donor, and it may be the sibling which is not fully matched. For allogenic stem cell transplant, various donors can be taken. It may be a sibling, it may be unrelated donor. Before going for stem cell transplant, we have to check HLA typing of the patient and the donor for checking the genetic makeup. The patient and donor, if they have similar genetic makeup and it is a sibling, then it is known as a match-related donor. But many patients are not getting match-related donor, so we can check HLA from some donor registries, which is known as match-unrelated donor. But some patients are not getting match-unrelated donors and match-related donor, so in that cases, partially matched sibling donor can be taken. Before going for the stem cell transplant, we have to do pre-transplant evaluation, which involve a battery of tests of the patient as well as the donor. The first step in the transplant is the conditioning treatment. In the conditioning treatment, patient will receive high dose of chemotherapy or total body irradiation. The next step for transplant is the pre-transplant evaluation, which involve battery of tests of the patient as well as donor. After getting the fitness of patient and donors, patient will be admitted for stem cell transplant. In the stem cell transplant, patient will receive conditioning treatment, which involve high dose of chemotherapy or total body irradiation. The treatment is intended to kill cancer cells, but it may also destroy all the normal cells in the bone marrow. So patient's blood count will be dropped. Patient may require various blood transfusions and platelet transfusions. After receiving conditioning chemotherapy, patient will be given stem cells. These stem cells re-establish in the bone marrow, and after around 15 to 20 days, the WBC count, hemoglobin and platelet of the patient start improving. Allogenic stem cell transplant is a high-risk procedure. Patient may have various side effects such as drop in blood counts, for which patient will require multiple blood transfusions and platelet transfusions. Other side effects, it may be infections, which may be bacterial infection, fungal infections, and various other side effects which are common after transplant are nausea, vomiting, hair loss, loose motions and diarrhea. But these are the temporary side effects, and majority of patients will recover after getting a supportive care treatment. One peculiar side effect in the transplant is graft versus host disease. This occurs because of active immune system of the donor, which is acting against the patient's healthy organs. So this may cause severe skin rash, diarrhea, liver damage and other symptoms. After transplant, patient will require long-term follow-up to mainly check for the various side effects of the transplant and to look for the disease status. Patient can relapse even after transplant. So patient may require further treatment, even transplant also. In the follow-up, we have to give various vaccines to the patient to boost up his immune system.